Welcome to another deep dive. Today, we're really digging into the world of independent music.
Yeah, what it actually takes for artists to, you know, cut through the noise. It's a crowded space.
Massively crowded. And our guide for this is a fantastic source. 64 Truisms and Advice Nuggets for Independent Artists Trying to Cut Through. It's by Mark Knight.
Oh, yeah, he's got, what, 15 years in the industry?
Yeah.
Manager, consultant, knows his stuff.
Exactly. So our mission here is to pull out those powerful nuggets of wisdom, give you a practical roadmap if you're trying to build a music career.
Or even if you just want to understand how it works.
Totally. Mark Knight calls them pearls of wisdom. And there are 64. It's a big list.
64, wow.
Yeah. So we've kind of organized them into some key themes just to help make sense of it all, help you grasp what's really important.
Good idea. Break it down.
Okay, let's get right into it. First up, some fundamentals. Things that seem obvious, maybe, but people overlook them.
Always happens. The basics.
Right. So the source hits us with the absolute core. Write, record, and produce the highest quality music possible.
Can't argue with that.
And then, this is a bit brutal, but crucial, remember, nobody listens to bad music twice. Ouch.
Yeah, that cuts deep. But it's true. It all starts there.
Yeah.
But what's interesting is how fast it moves from the music itself to, well, how it looks. The very next nugget is, people judge books by covers, so look good consistently.
Which raises that question, right? Why is the visual so important for music? It's auditory.
Well, it seems you kind of need to engage the eyes before you engage the ears, especially now.
In the scroll culture.
Exactly. In this, attention-starved world, the visual is often the very first filter. It sets a vibe, builds curiosity.
Yeah.
Then maybe they click play.
Like digital album art for everything you do online.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
And it's not just about looking good, it's being smart with the content itself. The source warns, make content for format. A square peg never works in a round hole.
Right. That one video won't work everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, they're different beasts.
Totally. And something that feels so basic, but apparently vital, broken social links are the hardest thing to recover from and the easiest thing to fix.
Oh, that's a killer.
Yeah.
Imagine clicking a link to find an artist you just heard and bossy. Nothing.
Yeah. That's a lost fan right there. Potential fan. Gone. And it's so easy to check your links.
It really, it underscores that being an artist today means you're also a content creator. Multifaceted.
It's not just the final song.
No.
Yeah.
Like the source says, the creative process starts, not ends, with the production of a track.
Interesting.
And it also suggests that maybe the most original artists are just the best at hiding their sources.
Meaning?
Meaning they understand what works, what resonates, and then they cleverly make it their own. Like using a great and unexpected cover version.
Using something familiar to draw people into your unique thing.
Exactly. It's a hook.
Okay, now this is where the strategy really kicks in, yeah. Moving from creating to connecting.
Right. And Mark Knight defines success here as reaching and engaging lots of people, lots of times.
Lots of people, lots of times. And for growth, you need to be seen as both meaningful and different.
That combination is key, isn't it?
Yeah.
Meaningful and different, not just one.
Yeah.
And building on that, he stresses, aim to inspire a devoted following, not an ambivalent like.
That feels important, the quality of the audience versus just the size.
Totally. It's about real engagement. Like 1,000 true fans are worth way more than 100,000 passive likes.
They'll buy merch, show up, spread the word.
Exactly. Which is why you need to create a hook. Because, and he's blunt here, there is no idea an unknown artist releases new song.
Oof. Harsh, but probably true. Without an angle, you're just noise.
It is another track dropping.
And here's a reminder for anyone feeling stuck. Doing the same things and expecting different results. The definition of madness.
Yeah, if that last marketing push didn't work, just doing it again without figuring out why,
Yeah.
that's mad.
He explicitly says, take time to read how brands grow and apply the insights to music.
Taking branding principles into music makes sense.
And thinking about benchmarks, too. If you don't have benchmarks or targets, how can you understand success?
How do you know if you're winning?
Exactly. And then this really direct question. If you were on Dragon's Den, why would anyone invest in you?
Yeah, if you can't answer that.
You haven't done the groundwork.
That Dragon's Den question, it really nails the need for a business mindset. It's not just art.
It's a plan.
It's a whole plan. Don't release music, plan to release music, create a 6-12-week plan.
6 to 12 weeks.
And getting the marketing nuances, he says, understand the difference between push and pull marketing and focus on the latter.
So push is like ads, interrupting people.
Yeah, basically. Whereas pull is creating stuff so good, so compelling, that people actively seek you out. They share it. They pre-save it.
That feels more sustainable for an indie artist.
Much more. That's where the real growth is. And start with what you own. Start with the channels you control before rushing to paid promotion.
Build your foundation first.
Right. Oh, and this is a clever little trick for PR. Always ask a PR to tell you the name of their favorite track to ensure they have listened.
Ha! A quick check to see if they've actually engaged. Smart. And the planning continues post-launch, too. He says, prioritize post-launch over pre-launch when people can listen.
Focus when the music is actually out there. Makes sense.
And this one's simple but powerful. If you don't pre-save, why expect anyone else will?
Lead by example, right? If you're not excited and invested.
Who else will be? It also gets into the real value of blogs. Blogs are only valuable if their content appears in search results.
So SEO matters even for music blogs.
Apparently so, and even more specific. Blogs are only valuable for you if people are searching for you.
Ah, okay, so the blog post itself isn't enough. People need a reason to be looking for you in the first place.
Which leads to the big question, what are you doing that makes people search for you?
It really boils down to building that presence, doesn't it? Something that naturally draws people in.
Yeah, cultivating that attraction.
Which means planning your story, your narrative. He says plan in stories and cycles, and don't be afraid to return to those stories again and again.
Repetition builds familiarity.
Exactly. Deepens the connection.
Right.
And be smart about promotion. Promote your best performing content. It's the best indicator of consumer pull you have.
Don't push the stuff that isn't working. Lean into what resonates.
Right. Because momentum, he says, comes from multiple sources. So do lots of things well, often.
It's not one magic bullet. It's consistent, multi-pronged effort.
Precisely.
Okay, shifting focus slightly now to metrics, what numbers actually matter, and how to think about content types.
Ah, yeah, the numbers game.
Mark Knight points out, your Spotify save rate is a more telling metric than total streams. That feels like a big one for artists.
Huge. Because saves mean someone wants to come back to it. It's not just a passive listen on a playlist.
It signals real connection, fandom, not just fleeting streams, critical for the long haul.
That's a really key distinction. Vanity metrics versus, truly indicative ones. And he clarifies for videos, too. Virality is driven by watch time, not total views.
Again, engagement over just eyeballs. How long do they stick around?
Right. It pushes us to think differently about online success. And some practical advice. Don't waste money on full-length music videos until you have fans to watch them.
Ooh, okay. Prioritize resources. Short form first, maybe.
Maybe. Or just be strategic until you have that built-in audience.
He introduces this really cool concept. Understand the difference between bonfire and firework content and create both.
Bonfire and firework. I like that analogy.
Yeah. Firework is like short, explosive, grabs attention. Bonfire is longer, sustaining, keeps people warm, engaged over time.
That's a great framework for a content strategy. You need both.
And the core truth, tying it together. Music promotion, output, never works without music marketing input. Meaning you need the strategy, the input, before the execution, the output, can possibly work. Plan first, then promote.
Ah, got it. Strategy before tactics. Always. He also advises, and this might surprise some people, broad targeting normally trumps narrow targeting.
Really? That goes against the niche down advice you often hear.
Yeah, but maybe for initial discovery, casting a wider net actually works better sometimes. Finding who bites.
Interesting. And a clear warning, put your house in order before you invite guests over or they won't come back.
Yeah, basic professionalism.
Right.
Get your website, your socials, your music sounding and looking good before you drive traffic. First impressions count.
They really do. Okay, so you've got the music, the strategy. Now, how do you deal with the industry, the ecosystem?
Relationships, yeah.
Exactly. The source says, network with other musicians. They are your allies, not your competitors. That feels refreshing.
It really is. In an industry that can feel so cutthroat, remembering you're all kind of in it together.
Build community.
Yeah. And that extends to everyone. Like, always make friends with the sound engineer. He can make or break you.
Oh, definitely. Live sound is crucial. A good relationship there makes a world of difference.
Huge difference. And simple reciprocity. If a music blog shares your content, share their content back and show appreciation.
Don't just take. Build bridges.
It's community building 101.
But there are warnings too. Big red flags to watch out for, like Never pay to play.
A classic scam, unfortunately. Still happens.
And the universal truth. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
Always trust your gut on that one.
He also points out successful music blogs don't beg you to submit music. That's a good filter. If they're desperate for your submission and maybe your money, probably not legit.
Right. Good blogs have enough submissions already. They don't need to beg. These points really push you towards critical thinking, questioning things. Don't just jump at every opportunity.
And be wary of fake metrics. People see through social accounts with higher followers and low post engagement.
Oh yeah, you can spot that a mile off. Engagement is the real currency.
And a sobering thought about managers, 20% of nothing is nothing, so how are you attracting a manager?
Meaning you need to have something going on already, right?
Yeah.
Momentum. Managers amplify. They don't usually create from zero.
So you need to demonstrate your value first. Show them what they'd be getting 20% of.
Exactly. But he offers a solution if money's tight. When you can't pay with money, think how you can barter your skills to attract partners.
Skill swapping. Maybe you do their graphic design, they help with PR.
Yeah, get creative with your value proposition.
Okay, final section. This brings us to the artist's internal game. Mindset, behavior, the personal approach.
The inner work.
The advice is get out of your bubble and watch and learn from the best.
Don't just stay in your own scene.
Right. And surprisingly, maybe the best marketing probably comes from outside your category.
Look at what other successful brands are doing, even if they're totally unrelated.
Yeah. How are they engaging their audiences? There might be lessons there.
That encourages real innovation, looking beyond the obvious. He also touches on fan engagement. Understand the principle buyer moderation and balance time spent on superfans.
Buyer moderation? What's that?
It's like superfans are amazing, vital. But you also need to manage their expectations, maybe the amount of time they demand, so you still have energy left to reach new people.
Balancing depth with breadth. Don't let the superfans consume all your resources.
Kinda, yeah. And never forget the core power. Emotional messaging always beats rational messaging, so tap into the power of music.
That's what music does best, right? Connect emotionally.
That's its superpower.
But maybe the most grounding advice, the real takeaway is, nobody will ever care as much about your music as you.
Yeah, that puts the responsibility squarely on the artist's shoulders.
If you don't make the effort, why should anyone else? Don't leave that bio blank. Little things matter.
They add up. It shows you care.
And remember, a band rarely just breaks. Success is building continuous momentum.
It's a climb. A marathon, like you said earlier, not a sprint. Absolutely. Sustained effort, belief in yourself. And I like the nuance in advice, like be your authentic self, but retain some mystery.
Don't give everything away.
Yeah. And be a brat, but don't ever be an unreliable brat.
Okay, have an edge, but be professional. Show up, do the work.
Exactly. Reliability is key. And finally, this powerful aspiration, he states. Nothing dreams of being unsigned, but everyone aspires to be independent.
Oh, that's a great distinction. Independence is the goal, not the fallback.
Yeah, it frames it as a position of strength and control.
Wow. Okay, that was a really packed deep dive. So much in there.
It really was. Mark Knight's 64 nuggets distilled down.
We got this practical, really no-nonsense roadmap covering quality, strategy, industry, mindset, the whole package.
Yeah, what really stands out, I think, is that theme of agency. It's all about what you can do.
It's not about waiting for luck.
No, it's understanding the levers you can pull, the relationships you can build, the smart choices you can make. It's actually quite empowering.
Exactly. It shifts the whole story from, like, hoping for some magical break to actively building momentum.
Piece by piece, brick by brick, like you said.
Yeah. So for you, our listener, maybe here's a final thought to chew on.
Okay.
If success is about reaching and engaging lots of people lots of times, and growth comes from being meaningful and different, what's maybe the one immediate, tangible thing you could do this week? One action you could take to embody one of those core ideas, reaching and engaging or being meaningful and different in whatever it is you're working on?
Good question to ponder.
Yeah.
One concrete step.